Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson off by giving all the honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barha HaKwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful elect that are out there diligently pushing His word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, so, hey, man, this is breaking news, man. All right, mass IT outage. Here's a list of companies and operations affected. Now, brothers have been going into this for, pretty much all day, I woke up this morning and, I saw a flood of videos speaking on this here matter. And this just lets you know, the how fragile, okay, this infrastructure is, man, okay, and how fragile this technology based system is. Okay, now whether or not this was a cyber attack of some sort, or this is which I believe and speculate through the spirit that this is an inside job. Okay, this could be that Black Swan event that we have been anticipating, and what I mean by the Black Swan event is something that an event that takes place that causes change. Okay, loosely paraphrasing, all right, but an event, because if you look at previous or other historical known Black Swan events, such as the 9/11 event that occurred, all right, from that point TSA was implemented. Okay, their security ramped up. Okay, so many different acts and laws and all kind of things came about from that event. Okay, it was life changing, not life changing, but it was definitely it brought forth a lot of change within the beast system. Okay, so if this event, which possibly could be a Black Swan event, this could be what will lead to change in America. All right, Babylon the Great. All right, so say this IT outage continues, right? We obviously know that eventually they are trying to incorporate a central bank digital currency. Okay, they are trying to move everything digitally. However, what better way to do to get rid of the fiat currency, the tangible dollar bill, than bringing something like this to light? For an example, you shut down the grid, or there's a cyber attack of some sort, and not the electricity, but the the critical infrastructure behind the basic things in order for this place to run smoothly, right? Air, travel, hospitals, things of that nature. And I'm gonna go into it in this lesson, because that's exactly what this article reads and the companies that are affected by it. But say you can't access your funds. Okay, so some people can't, some banks aren't allowing people to withdraw their money, right? You got some grocery stores that won't allow people to check out using their debit cards or things of that nature. So everything is transitioning to a physical dollar, in order to buy things, right? You may have to, gas stations, you may need hardcore cash, right? And if you don't have cash, man, you're pretty much screwed. All right. But speaking, within in that same breath, there's all this talk about how Biden got the C-19. All right. That's another thing that they're going to try to push. OK, due to fear mongering and putting it on, the mainstream media to get everybody, jabbed up. OK, eventually leading towards, the CBDC, which will ultimately lead to the, the MOTB. All right. The Charagma. OK, so all things are leading to their agenda. OK, which is to control, to chip everybody and gain control, regain the control that they are losing. OK, which they won't reap the full benefit of control, because the Lord is going to cut them in the midst. Say it in scriptures in the book of Job, in the sufficiency, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Right, when he is about to fill his belly. Let me just get that real quick. Just type in a keyword. Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, and every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So right in the midst of their, them trying to hold on to that little bit of control, man, the Lord, okay, is going to, send forth his judgment unto him. Okay, unto him and to his economy and to his families. All right, his livelihood. And I'm really referring to Esau. Okay, so let me get this. This is says huge IT outages disrupting flights, banks, retailers, media outlets. The widespread disruption have been linked to an issue with the cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike. Operations include airlines, U.S. and Europe, supermarkets, and some 911 calls. All right. So not only is it happening here in America, it's happening across the world. OK, there were other articles that come up saying, considering it a global IT outage. Right. So what is the powers that be? All right. The elites are not just in control of Babylon, not just in control of Europe, right? They fund the entire globe. Therefore, in order for them to implement and mandate the CHIP, something globally has to, take place. Okay, people not being able to travel, access their banks, go to these grocery stores, let alone make online purchases. Right, there could be delays in receiving goods and things of that nature. Right, some even transportation, buses, trains, things of that nature are affected. Right, so what does that lead to? People staying back, being in their homes, stuck in their homes, not being able to do nothing. You got to think about what Klaus Schwab had mentioned, I want to say about a year or two ago, when he says, you shall own nothing and be happy. Don't think for one second that's done away with. That's a thing that's old, or that, don't forget about that, man. Because really that's what they're trying to do. Force us to eat, 3D printed meat. Okay. Genetically modified foods. Right, keeping us indoor, which will make us sick, right? Because you need sun, you need to be around, trees and grass, and right. That's why when people are sent to these prison cells, right, they turn into animals. Can't control themselves. They're highly tempered, right, ready to fight. Ready to risk it all, because their body isn't connected, man, to their, to nature, right? So when that whole C-19, when the whole lockdown happened, people were stuck in their homes. That was what was making people sick, So then that forced and caused a lot of people to want to go and get jabbed up, right? Which made it damn near impossible for people to go about their normal daily lives, because in order to do certain things, it was required that you had it. And that's exactly how they're going to do when with the charagma, with the CHIP, the MOTB. All right, it says airlines, right? Numerous airlines are grounded flights early Friday morning, including big 3 U.S. carriers, United Airlines, Delta Airlines, and American Airlines. Okay, so you got a lot of people that's stuck in these airports, right? They got business trips, traveling to visit, relatives, families. Okay, vacation. People that's on vacation may be stuck, right, in their homes, or not in their homes, but in their location, wherever they are. It could be in a different country, right? Hey, I had seen an article, not article, but a video a while back when the whole C-19 happened. There was a couple that was stuck in a different country, and due to the travel ban and things of that nature, they was stuck out there, and then they only had the funds for so much. They couldn't hold off any much longer, so being put in situations like that could be drastic, man. Imagine that. 911 lines. See, so it says posts from Alaska troopers were affected. Okay, so people not being able to call in the event of some kind of whatever, like people are injured, right? Or people having stroke, heart attack. People, you can't call the ambulance, right? Because in order to get a hold of ambulance, you got to call 911. See, what about when Tyrone from the 8th floor comes down and he's lurking through some females, watching her come up to her house, okay, and he tries to run after her and get her, who's she gonna call, right? 911 ain't gonna pick up, which was gonna lead to a whole bunch of other different, crimes and cases that arise from this. All right, Jacob's trouble is going to be it's going to be hardcore, man. You see, people don't understand how good they really got it until things are taken away from you. Your liberties and your how you occupy your time. People always on their phones. People always, wanting to travel, do this, do that, things are going to be real limited. Things are about to get real restricted out here, man. The little freedom that you had was occupied in folly. So the energy that or not the energy, but the time should be used wisely, which is most importantly being occupied in prophecy. Okay, so obviously the airports, the hospitals, doctors, surgeries. So you imagine somebody who's going through some gastric bypass surgery, or they're having some surgery that's critical to their health, right? Those are delayed. Okay, ventilation, all that stuff, man. Subway, so travel, obviously, broadcasters, London Stock Exchange, okay, which London is considered one of those unclean spirits that the scriptures refer to in the book of Revelation, okay, the financial district. So if that takes a plummet, what do you think that does to the rest of the world globally? Okay, especially to Esau's beast system, right? Retailers, fast food giants, delivery delays, people who get their meds mailed to their homes, okay? you know, what are those pumps? Those inhalers, right? You know, people that are on medication, people that need those tanks, those breathing tanks, you know, state driver services, so on and so forth, man. The list goes on. But needless to say, man, this could lead to, you know, some tragic times. Say some perilous times. Okay, there was another article that I briefly read into that they can't even determine the time or how long this will take. Okay, so what does that tell you, man? You know, business potentially going out of business, right? People being stuck in their homes, people not being able to travel because, you know, certain gas stations may not take credit cards or debit cards, and you need cash. Hey, cash is you can run out of cash. You know, if you didn't have any already taken out, then how you gonna gain access to it? Now, I'm not saying that that's not the case right now, but for some it is. But and imagine when Jacob trouble is the beginning of Jacob's trouble, man. You know, nobody will have access to their banks. You know, this cyber attack or a cyber attack will be the leading cause of I believe through the Spirit is what will lead to Jacob's trouble. Okay, you know, so this could be long term, or this could just be temporary. But needless to say, this is a test. Okay, just how they did the C-19. The C-19 was a test run to see how people would react, okay, and how they would respond. And then Esau coming up with a solution to go back to quote unquote normalcy, right? Which was successful in a sense because the majority of people went and got jabbed up. Okay, who knows? This also could be a test. All right, but let me get let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 16, because this is only the beginning, man. This is only the beginning. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and I'm gonna start up here and then I'm gonna jump down. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it has begun to burn? It says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Nobody can drive away the plagues that the Lord is being sent. Okay? The things that the Lord said that he was going to do, it's happening, man. Okay? We are living in those perilous times, those dreadful times. Okay? It's just not at its peak just yet. Right now, we are just in the beginning, all right? The beginning of sorrows. See? Verse 36, behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. These plagues that are drawing nigh, the plagues that we are slowly but surely starting to feel. Okay, they're not slack. Okay, they're not being delayed. It's not taking its time. Everything is set up perfectly in order. All right, to happen. You know, when they were supposed to happen. All right. He says, as women with a child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack that a moment. So like a woman in birth pains, okay, having her contractions, right, happening every so often, and then they don't seem to go away. Right, that's how these plagues of Babylon the Great are going to be affecting how much they're going to feel it. Okay, to the point where you're like, damn, enough is enough. Well, guess what? It's not enough to the Lord, man. It's not enough to Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Okay, the Lord's going to continue to bring forth these plagues upon this dreadful place, man. right? The eyes of the Lord are upon this sinful kingdom. Okay? It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. We live in a day and age where everything is technology. Okay? Everything is based off of technology. Okay? Technology can fail, which will send everybody back to the early 1800s, man. You think people are going to be able to survive, nowadays in a circumstance of being potentially, as far back as the early 1800s? Come on, now people barely can even know how to start a fire without, having a lighter. Okay? What happens when the fuel runs out? Do you know how to make fire from scratch? There's a question. You got matches? You got backup plan, contingency plans? Where you can start a fire? All right? Probably not. A lot of people don't know what to do without their technology. How to filter water? Right? Do you know how to use your hands to build stuff, to be able to trade or to barter, to trade with people? Do you have a skill? Probably not. Most people don't, because everything is based off of technology. It says, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And in those days, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. All right. So you got to be a pilgrim upon the earth, man, seeking, seeking refuge. Okay. Salvation, deliverance, which is, from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right. Departing and separating yourself from the masses, spiritually speaking, first and foremost. Going back to Micah, the 2nd chapter, arise and depart, for this is not your rest, for it is polluted. Okay? So we've departed from this place, and you got to be willing to drop everything and go, right? You got to be able to leave everything behind. How many people are willing to do that? People get so attached to their belonging and their possessions because they feel as though they worked hard for it, in which we have. We've all worked hard for the things that we have, but you're not going to be able to take none of that into the kingdom anyway. So what's the point of holding on to it if you can't bring it with you, right? You telling me you're going to want things in this life, in this society, so bad enough that you're going to want it in the kingdom? Imagine we're going to have so much more in the kingdom. Why fret and stress over this little shit, man? It says, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. Okay? But the point of the matter is, you got to be ready to depart this place, man. Okay? Because what's coming down the road, what's coming down the pipe, it ain't going to be nice. People going to be killed, man. People going to be beheaded. Right? But are you willing to suffer or to die for righteousness' sake? Right? Or just out of wickedness. Right? You should want to die for doing the right thing than for going about doing wicked things. Okay? At least you have a chance, At least you have a chance of being delivered and saved from all hell that's about to break loose. Right? People don't even give themselves a chance. Not that it's within our power, right? But hey, at least you have a shooting shot. If you do what's commanded of us by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he may have mercy on us. See? So, that was my spiritual outtake on this here event. Okay, so Lord willing, it was edifying, and with that, I want to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.